Hello, 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 and welcome to the Penguins Collective podcast. My name is Louie, and it's a good day. The Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Detroit Red Wings 6-3. You may have noticed there's some things going on in the background. Look at that. We got a new TV up in here. All right. New TV. It's moving. That's where I was watching the game. My dog eating some food. So that is what's going on in the background. So sorry for the audio listeners. If you're confused on what the heck is happening on the audio version. But other than that, hello, hello. The Penguins win. So let's talk about it. But before we do, I want to thank you for joining this stream. Whether you're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, I want to thank you for joining this. And also, if you're listening audio later on, whether it's tomorrow or the next day, and you just wanted to listen, I appreciate it. So if it's on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you find your favorite podcast, I appreciate you tuning in and listening. All right, so it's going to be because it's happy. We're all excited. The Pittsburgh Penguins win 6-3 against the Detroit Red Wings. Crosby got 2 points. I'm happy. Malkin played well, which I will give props when it is owed, and that is, of course, Evgeny Malkin did play well. He had some great chances, everyone played really well. Nedeljkovic played really well. Graves looked good. So, man, it's we're looking great, and it's really cool to see a game like today, a game where we needed to win. In last episode yesterday, we had some people in the chat win game tonight, and the Penguins came out flying after they saw some great hockey from the women's league during the day. I think they played at noon at the PPG Paints Arena. The Pittsburgh Penguins came on after. You can see it in the background there. Yeah, there they are. After they played, Penguins came and played. It started at 6:00, and they probably saw some great hockey, and they said, let's do that. So the Pittsburgh Penguins played really well, and I really like to see that the Penguins play really well. But I want to know what you think. I want to know how the Penguins played in your eyes. So if you want to give me a couple of things, put it in the chat, and we'll put it up on the side of the screen like we did yesterday. And like I said, quicker episode today. Everyone played well. I'm not going to go on rants about people tweeting, even though I did get in a little scuffle on Twitter today. I am not going to go off on someone on Twitter today. That's all resolved now. I still have some opinions, but I'm not going to apologize for my rant yesterday. But hey, it's a new day. It's a new me. New day. Whatever. All right. So we have some chats. Let's put it on the screen. Look at this. Oh, only new comments. Well, okay, here we go. All the comments are here. I love it. So whether you're on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, we could see everyone's chat. So you see the little icon next to their profile, which is really cool. So that way people like Jesse, Ryan, Palm on Twitch says that this is how we need to play. Go Pens. And I'll even highlight it for you, Jesse. Absolutely, dude. That's exactly how the Pittsburgh Penguins need to start playing going forward. I want to really quickly make sure we have, hold on. Everyone, give me a second. All right, the next game, Tuesday, against the Devils. The Devils have been struggling. If we play the Devils like we played tonight, it's a win. It's a complete win, and the Penguins are in the Penguins are in a good spot. I don't want to say they're in the playoffs. I was kind of getting a little too excited. They're points out from a playoff spot. Let me repeat that. We are 5 points out from a playoff spot currently. The Penguins can do it. We got a handful of games here, and it is a very Pittsburgh Penguin. Whoa. Did you see that? That was freaky. Oh, it must be the hand in the background. Must be the hand in the background that's giving the thumbs down. I just thought that was creepy. But anyway, the Penguins have an opportunity here. Don't want to say that we're going to the playoffs, but we are 5 points out. So that is something to keep in mind going forward. And Louie has ghosts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was weird. But forward, right? It's very a Pittsburgh Penguin way to kind of give us hope, right? And that's what the Pittsburgh Penguins have been doing to us recently. They played really well against the Rangers, even though we lost, right? We lost 7-4. It was not the greatest loss, but we played well. And we continue that in today against Detroit again tomorrow. Tuesday against the Devils, which, hey, if we play well, we close that gap, get potential 4 points against Detroit. Is Pittsburgh going to the playoffs now? This is a tricky situation where the Penguins kind of give us some false hope, similar to how it was last season, right? The Penguins lost, if we, won maybe 2 other games, we would have been in the playoffs last season. And now here we are again. Penguins are 5 points out of a playoff spot. And now they all of a sudden turn on the Jets. Speaking of turning on the Jets, who needs Jake Gensel? Isn't that right, Angry Boot? I know you love Jake Gensel. And he actually scored for Carolina today. But Michael Bunting. Can we talk about Michael Bunting turning on the heat for the Pittsburgh Penguins, being in front of the net like we want someone to do? And he gets a goal exactly the way Patrick Hornquist used to do it, which is what the Penguins fans have been crying out for in the last couple seasons. And then Bunting gets a goal exactly like that. I love the chat flowing in. I do have ADD, so it is distracting me, which is great. Johnny Thunder comes in and says, funny how we get a guy. Hold on. It's funny how we finally get a guy, which is Bunting, not afraid to go to the net and mix it up. We start scoring like crazy. Obvious we needed such a player since first month of the season. I would go further. I mean, it was obvious we needed it as soon as we got rid of Patrick Hornquist. We relied on speed at that time, but we've gotten, and now we Angry Boot just said it in the chat right here. We missed Patrick Hornquist. This team missed Patrick Hornquist, and tonight Michael Bunting comes in, saves the day, and he scores, and it gives me hope. It gives me hope that the Pittsburgh Penguins know what they're doing. Now, I'm taking that with a grain of salt, okay? I'm not saying that the Pittsburgh Penguins are doing everything right and the Penguins are going to win a Stanley Cup next season. That's not what I'm saying, but it is a great start. Getting Michael Bunting in front of the net and doing what he needs to do, that's awesome. That's awesome, and I think as Pens fans, we should get really excited that Michael Bunting is here. He's happy to be here. He had an interview after the second intermission with Haley Hunter, and you could just tell he was excited. Like, you could tell he's happy to be here, unlike some other players who scored today that do not want to be here. And I think it's just awesome to see that a guy wants to be here. He sees the potential in Pittsburgh, and he's the guy that we're going to have in front of the net on a power play and in the top six. So I'm excited about bunting. Let's go back to Jesse Ryan Palm on Twitch. I fully believe if we play like we played against the Wings, then I have full confidence that we can do it. Yeah, it's this is the weird thing with Pittsburgh is that they give you this sense of hope because they play well in the last two games. So, like I said, and Johnny Thunder said it last stream, they need to win. They need to win. They need to win. 100%. Ethan in the chat saying new peep should join the Discord. Absolutely. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Sorry. The Penguins Collective podcast has an official Discord. It's Discord/ the Penguins Collective. And we invite you to it. It's an awesome time. We chat during the game. We chat during the week. Someone in our Discord, William, shout out William, just got engaged and he shared it with all of us. It's awesome. We're building this awesome community on Discord. So if you watch this stream or if you listen to the podcast, make sure you get on Discord. We love to have you. We love to talk to you. And obviously build that community that we've been building since Ethan and Angry Boot have built such an awesome Discord. Yeah, make sure you join it. It's an awesome time. There's even little features like lo-fi music, which I use all the time when I'm working, and it's really cool. So make sure you get on Discord and say hello, and we'd love to talk to you. Was that a good hype for the Discord, Ethan? I know you love to kind of get me to advertise for it every single episode, so I'm glad we had a chance to do that. But man, the Penguins are looking good. The Penguins are looking good today. And I really, really getting this feeling of, can we do it? Can we get to the playoffs? The Penguins looked really great tonight. Almost like we didn't need Jake Gensel. I know, it's too soon. It's blasphemous. He scored an overtime winner. He scored today. But it's almost like we don't need Jake Gensel, right? We have very talented hockey players. We have Sidney Crosby. We have Evgeny Malkin. Carlson looked good today. Letang looked good today. And so did our goaltending. Not Don't you start, Angry Boo. I'm not a Jake hater. All I'm saying is Jake is gone. And I'm not going to live in the past here. Jake is gone. He's no longer part of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So why should I root for him? I wish him the best. I hope he does good, but we're the Penguins Collective. We're not the Gensel Collective. My dog is barking, and I think she's backing up my point. I love it. Jesse says, can we happen to get a link to the Discord? And NES is just stirring the pot. Yeah, let me try to get the Discord here. Hold on. I'm doing this live right now. Let's copy it. Let's go to the stream. Let's go here. Oh, snizzap. Look at that. Look how fast I was on that. You're welcome. Hop on that Discord, Jesse. Hop on that Discord, Johnny Thunder. We'd love to have you. No, it's all good, NES. I'm not taking it serious at all. And Angry Boot, dude, I know you love Jake Ensel, and I know we were teasing you since early on, what was it, 2 months ago, when we kind of suggested that maybe Jake Ensel's gone, and he is. And like I said, it's great to see him score and succeed. It's weird to see him not in a Penguins uniform since he's our baby boy, and now he's gone. So it's kind of weird. But like I said, I wish him all the best. But we're a Penguins podcast, dude. We're not the Gensel podcast. We are here to root on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And Yeah, so many chats. I love this. This is awesome. I think it's the 6 o'clock start. It's getting everyone excited about this. This is awesome. Ethan finally found the Twitch. Is this normal, Ethan? Or is this someone new? If anything, hey, how's it going? Um, Angry Boot says pens all day, baby. And that's right. This is a Pens podcast. So a lot I promise you that's not the ghost that just opened the door. It's my cat. So just don't worry about it. A lot of things are happening in the background. A lot of things are happening in the chat here. If you have ADD, you're with me. You're struggling. There's also a TV moving in the background. It's probably and my wife coughing. There's so many things going on right now. But I appreciate you sticking with me. Angry Boot says ghost confirmed. Yeah, I think so, dude. I think so. This house is old. So NES says, here we go. It's coming up. Jake was the man. Bunting, I'm hyped for though. Turnover is always hard. Yeah, and I think that's exactly right. I think you nailed it right on the head, NES. It's it sucks that Jake is gone, but I'm excited for Bunting. I'm excited for what he's doing because I think it was he played great tonight. I think everyone played great. It was nice. And then we're just happy that the Penguins are winning and the Penguins are in a spot right now. Once again, 5 points out of the playoffs. We're only at game 67 right now. And if we're 5 points out, hey, we have a chance here. And that's really cool. And I think a lot of people is going to come to crawling for an apology if the Penguins make the playoffs this season, because Mike Sullivan's job is secure. I think we all agree. I think if the Penguins make the playoffs, Sullivan's job is secure, and so is everyone on the roster. So let's hope the Pittsburgh Penguins make the playoffs to prove everyone wrong. I want them to prove me wrong. Everyone does, and I want everyone to um, you know, get proved wrong here. I like the Angry Boot says first about the ghost of Hextall, but I like the way Bunting plays. I'm excited to see what he does. Me too. If he plays anyway like he did today, then great. Let's give me more of that. Give me more of that. NES says happy for Riley Smith's recent improved production. Yeah, Riley Smith played good. And so let's not forget Lars Eller. I mean, Lars Eller is playing really good too. Riley Smith, see, I'm very you're either with me or you're against me kind of attitude. And when I hear that Riley Smith just doesn't want to be here, I'm so hard to root for him, especially when he is in a Penguins uniform. So when he scores, I'm just like, oh, all right, cool. But like, there's a little bit of me that's latching on to the fact that he doesn't want to be here. So when he says, when he scores or when he's saying anything, I can't, like you just said, Angry Boo, I can't get behind him because the report has come out and saying he does not want to be here. So if that's the truth, then I kind of don't care for Riley Smith. But if he wants to be here, that's great. That's awesome. Change my mind, dude. I know what 1 year contract. Chat, is that right? 1 year contract. Because if it is 1 year, then he's probably gone at the end of in the off season. Louie, let's see your dog sometime. May, come here. Come here. Hold on. Let's see if you get it. Let's look right here. May, is she there? Can you see her? May, come here. This is the content you all want to see right now. There she is. She just walked through. Jesse, I'm not gonna pick her up. She's too heavy. She's not gonna like it anyway. So we're not gonna do that. This is the content everyone loves. But Johnny, there you go. I showed you my dog, Johnny. Now you gotta get on Discord. You gotta get on Discord. If you're already on Discord, I apologize. Um, Jesse, hold on. I wish. Okay, you guys are talking about a game right now. You guys are talking about a game, and I don't know where you're at. Angry, but I just don't think he meshes with the team, especially the Malkin line. If we're talking about Riley Smith, still, I agree. I agree with you, dude. I do not disagree whatsoever. So yeah, Riley Smith, like I said, can't really get behind him only because he doesn't want to be here. But if he resigns at a good deal, then he proved me wrong. So if he moves on after the season, that just goes to show he didn't want to be here, and good riddance. But once again, I'm on the fence with Riley Smith. He needs to prove me wrong, which is what I always say. Ethan says, I really do like Doc on the first line. Drew O'Connor. If there is one storyline that I think Penguins fans aren't really paying attention to, it's that Drew O'Connor is what Gensel was in 17 and 18. Right? I think that's a fair remark, because when Gensel came up, he was kind of going up and down during the 17 year. But he was phenomenal, right? He was fast. He knew how to play with Sid, and that's what we were looking for. And here comes O'Connor, who is fast, plays well with Sid, and he's young. So I think when I, I'll even take it a step further. If we didn't have Doc, Gensel probably wasn't going to get traded. You know what I'm saying? Because that's because Gensel was O'Connor, but he's older. He's an older O'Connor. Now we have an O'Connor, a young guy who could play with Sid, and he's taken us all by surprise. And there was a glimpse of how good he was last season, and now this season he's playing extremely well. And he's cheap, so man, I love Drew O'Connor. He is playing phenomenal, and I would love to see him get an extension, because he's young, he's youthful, he's fast. He fits well in with the Sullivan system, and of course, he plays well with Sid. Now, granted, me with one leg could be on a good line with Sid, because Sid makes everyone look great, but Drew O'Connor knows how to play with Sid, and there's a difference there, right? My dog could play with Sid, and Sid would make my dog look good at hockey. But it's all about how you can play with Sid rather than playing for Sid. I think that makes sense. Usually, Josh corrects me if whatever I say makes no sense. So he's not here to do that. So I'm kind of off the rails right now. Is Eller contract up, or do we have him for another year? That's a great question. I would love to keep Eller, because, or maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. This Penguin season has ruined me, because I don't know whether, like, one episode it's sell the bottom six, the next episode is let's keep everyone, we're going on a cup run. So this is how Penguins fans are going to be kind of reacting for the next couple of weeks. I guarantee it. There's going to be times where we're all happy, we're excited, the Penguins are going to the cup. And then there's going to be days like, hey, we just got blown out 7-4. How do we react to that? So I think that's kind of where we're at right now mentally, Penguins fans. I think that's pretty fair. Hold on. Let's see if anything else on the chat. This is just a hangout session right now, which is what I really like. So if you're listening to this episode later, join our live streams, because this is what we get. It's fun. It's a little back and forth. Onyx on YouTube says we have Eller for one more year. I think that's great. Great contract. Angry Boot says he's out. I'll catch you later. No problem, Angry Boot. We're wrapping up pretty soon. Onyx says we have Eller one more year. That's great. I like that. So it's 2 years. So that's a phenomenal get. If he plays like he's doing now next season, it was all worth it. So maybe there's an extension in it for him if he plays well for us. All right. Yeah, so let's just be happy the Penguins 5 points out from a playoff spot. We're back at it. Oh yeah, sorry, Nieto. Ethan just says, when is Nieto coming back? He's out 44 games, the graphic said today. Harkins missed 9 games, I think, so far. There's the ghost, everyone. Harkins has been out 9 games. Nieto has been out 44 games. So literally more than half the season. And so who knows when he's coming back? And I know he's out long term, so who knows what that's going to look like. Okay, let's take a look at some two. Johnny Thunder says, good point, but Doc doesn't have the hands that Jake does, and that a lot of that is natural. That's true. I mean, if I had to compare between Jake and Doc, I would say, yeah, Jake is the better player, but he's evolved into that better player. Does that make sense? He's evolved by playing with Sid, and he's evolved by just being on the Penguins and being on the power play and being the guy that we've relied on if Sid is out or Gino is out. And he's done that occasionally. Doc has not had that opportunity yet. So remember, this is what, Doc's second season in Pittsburgh. So hey man, he has a lot of time to grow and become that player. So I will say yes. As of right now, Jake is a better hockey player than Doc, but you also have to give time to Doc to grow and be on that first line and play well. Jesse Ryan Palm says, do you think that the game today and how well we played today was a response to yesterday's loss? I will say yes and no to that, Jesse, because if you caught my stream yesterday, I said it was a good game. The Penguins played well. It was just unfortunately they just couldn't get the job done. They couldn't get the puck in the back of the net. And goaltending and defense was bad as well. So today, defense and goalies played well. Well, actually, that's not true because Nedeljkovic came in for Jari and he kind of put up the fence, put up the wall for a bit at the end of the game, and he did that today. So it looks like Jari kind of struggled on Saturday, and the defense struggled. So I guess the defense and the goaltending responded. Yes, Jesse, but everyone else, I think, played well. I think the continuation of what yesterday was, I think they understand that we're 5 points out and that we have an opportunity to get to a playoff spot. And I think Sidney Crosby in the core, I think would love to prove all of us wrong and would love to just tell us to shut up by making the playoffs this season. I think that would be so funny. Because even I have said like, oh, the Penguins are done. We're washed up, what is our future like? And then here they are going like, guys, we're 5 points out. Like everyone needs to chill out. So I would love for them to prove me wrong. Onyx on YouTube says Graves is here for 5 more years. ... Yeah, kind of saying Graves did not play well at all yesterday. So there was a great opportunity where the puck was in the corner and he just threw out his stick and he got it, dude. He got it. He knew what he was doing. So I even tweeted about it. I said, did Graves make a good defensive play? So he's looking good. You got to give it up to him. He's looking good today, and hopefully against a really young, fast team in New Jersey. Ethan says, I also just looked it up. Nieto will be back next year for sure, as he's on a 2-year with us. Nieto's not terrible. I'm just kind of trying to remember how he plays because he's been out for 44 games. So I'm trying to remember if that's good or bad for us. So I don't know. But I think we'll wrap it up there. We're out here for 30 minutes. I think that's really good, especially with Josh and I here. I want to appreciate everyone who's in the chat. That's awesome. Thank you for hopping on here, and thank you for just just spending time with me after a Penguins game. That's the whole point of Penguins Collective. My opinion's no greater than yours. Your opinion's no greater than mine. And we're just here to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins and how great Drew O'Connor has been playing with Sidney Crosby. So the Penguins play. Our next game is Tuesday, March 19th, 7 p.m. against the the New Jersey Devils. Okay. That's who we play on Tuesday, March 19th at 7 p.m. And Johnny Thunder said it yesterday. It's a must win. I think it's a great time to kind of win in Metropolitan Division and get those quote unquote 4 points. So let's do that. Josh, I think, will be back. So Josh is actually visiting our family, my parents, and yeah, so he's just visiting them. He didn't have time to record, which is fine. So I said, I got it. I think he'll be back on Tuesday, though. I will confirm with him. But guys, thank you so much for joining this episode. Thank you so much for joining this podcast, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you're listening to this audio, whether it's Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're on TikTok, right? Isn't that right? We're on TikTok. So if you're a TikTok user, go find us. Pens Collective. Okay. Just want to say while everyone's here, Pens Collective is all our usernames for everything. So go follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, the Penguins Collective. Our handle on Facebook is at Pens Collective. So go follow our page because I don't think we could go live until we have about 100 people who like the page. So make sure you go on Facebook. I know you don't use it anymore. It's okay. Go on Facebook, hit that like on the page. It would help us out. Go on YouTube and subscribe. My wife, Abby, say hi from a distance. Hello. Has been doing social media for the Penguins Collective. I'm sure you've seen it. It's all over Instagram. It's all over TikTok. It's all over Facebook, YouTube Shorts even. So make sure you guys subscribe. She's doing a lot of work to kind of help us get out there a little more, build this community of Penguins fans. And you guys are awesome for coming out every single time we do a stream. Let's go like some like some social media posts. Let's go do that. We're really trying to build this up. Share it. Do what you need to do. Oh, she's in the chat as well as in the room. It's awesome. She's doing a great job. Why don't we just go on there and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way whenever we go live, you guys get notified. I love people on Twitch. It's awesome seeing people on Twitch. It's also seeing people on YouTube. So let's keep it going. The Penguins. My claim to fame. I've been on the podcast that Jansen Harkins has been on. That's right. That's right. And if you guys have missed our episode with Jansen Harkins, the Penguins forward, who's been out 9 games, go on our YouTube page. The whole episode is there. And what we've been doing is creating YouTube shorts and reels from that interview to be putting on social media. So take a look at those. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, let's get it in the chat. Let's go Pens.